Hey guys, in this video we're going to be learning how to play Hearts and Bones by Paul Simon. It's a little bit of a tricky song. We're going to break it down into an introduction and then kind of like the verses and just kind of go through the song step by step. So yeah, we're going to be playing without a capo and let's get straight into it with the introduction. So that's hopefully what it should sound like. Okay, so we're going to break that down into two sections. The first is where we're basically just swapping back and forth between an E major chord and an A major chord. So that's this kind of stuff. And then now we're on A major, and back to the E major. And then the second part will be coming onto this like B major. So we'll just focus on the first bit. So for that, yeah, we're playing basically an E major chord, but we're up around the 5th fret. So the second string is at the 5th fret, and the 4th string is at the 6th fret. And we're playing everything else open. And we're going to be playing 6, 4, 2. And then putting on at the 7th fret on the 2nd and 4th string. And playing again 2 and 4. And then we're going to, as soon as we play that, we're going to slide that up to the 9th fret. Bit far, like that. Okay, and we're going to drop in our first finger on the 7th fret of the 1st string. Slide it up. And then I'm playing 6 and 4 again, sorry, on the end. And that's kind of the first pattern we're going to use. So I'm just going to go through it one more time. 6, 4, 2 at the 7th fret, slide up on that E string. Okay, and then we're going to do a similar thing on the second round. So rather than going up to the 1st string, we're going to play on the 2nd string twice. So far it's the same. Slide up, and then on the 2nd string. So it should sound like that, hopefully. And you just repeat that twice. So, that's once. And now here it changes very slightly. So we slide up, as we did before, but rather than playing like the 2nd string or the 1st string, we go straight back down again. So 7th back to the 5th, and back to this very first shape that we used. So just putting that together. And that signals a chord change. We're going to the A now. And unfortunately, we can basically play the same pattern, but this time rather than playing 6, 4, 2, 6, 4, 2, we're playing 5, 3, 1. So we're shifting the whole picking pattern towards the floor. And again, we're keeping the same chord shape, it's just been moved down to the 1st and 3rd string. And then coming on at the 7th fret on the 1st and 3rd string. Sliding it up. So the first bit of the picking pattern is exactly the same as on the E, but we're just going to stay up here on the 9th fret for a little bit longer. So that's just going back and forth between the 1st and 3rd string. Hopefully you can hear when I'm doing each. I'll just play that slowly. If you listen to the record enough, it kind of becomes apparent whether you need to be playing the 1st or 3rd string. But yeah, so then we're going to pinch both and slide down to the 7th, and then come back to our first shape and slide that whole shape up. So, and then back to 5 at the 1st and 6 at the 3rd, and slide that up 2 frets. Now it's 5 at the 7th and 3rd at the 8th. And after that we come straight back to the E major chord. So I'm just going to put that all together now. So that's once. On the end here we're going to change it to the A. And then back to the E. And we just play that same as we did on the A chord. So again, you just kind of hear whether you're playing the second or the fourth string. But we're about to come down to a B, and that's going to be the second part of the intro. So coming to the second part, the first little bit we're going to play is this, which is a little bit tricky at speed, so it takes some practice. We're playing a B on the 5th string, 2nd fret, and then coming to, it's a B major chord, but we're just going to be playing the 2nd and 4th string of it. So that's at the 2nd and 4th at the 3rd fret. Sorry, at the 2nd and 4th at the 4th fret. And then coming to the very first shape we have, which is the 5th fret of the 2nd string and the 6th fret of the 4th string. And then just again recycling stuff from the first part. We're now coming on to the 7th fret at the 4th and 2nd strings. Yep. Back down again, and we just walk back down that shape. Worth just practicing that. So that just like basically finishes off the introduction. So what I'm doing there is we just landed here on this B major after doing that thing. We're going to play the B one more time, but keeping the other fingers on. So that's the 5th string, 2nd fret. Sliding down 2. And now we're going to take off the ring finger and move the middle finger down and one more fret. So it's on the 1st fret of the 4th string. Okay, now we're coming to this shape. So we've just had 4 at the 1st fret and 2 open, and now we're coming to the 3rd string at the 2nd fret and the 5th string at the 4th fret. But again, that changes quite hard at speed. And now coming to what's basically an E major chord, but missing off the ring finger. And we're just playing strings 5 and 3. So one more time, and now coming to another chord, 2nd fret, 6th and 4th, 6th and 3rd string, sorry. So then we're just going to come to another E major chord, except we're just going to be playing 6 and 3, so we only need this finger. And that fits in like... So after this, we're going to come back to the shape we had before, which is the F sharp in the bass and the 3rd string at the 2nd fret. Shift that whole shape up to the 4th fret, and then we're going to go back down to the E major again with just the 3rd string, and repeat that run. So we do this twice. And then we're going to come to a barred A major chord. I just kind of play some of the strings there. I play 6, 4, 1, 2, 3, up to the I guess B chord, and back to an E to repeat. I'll just play the whole intro through for you now. Yeah, and that's where the intro kind of ends and the verse begins. Now, fortunately for the rest of the song, it's a bit easier to remember than that. And we're going to use, especially on the E, that kind of, I guess, riff or pattern that we've used in the intro. So, for the main body of the verse, we're staying on an E major chord. So I guess you could play that down here and do the travis pick if you want, but in the record you kind of hear this same like pattern going on, and you just repeat this. So the lyrics like a 1 1/2 wondering. Apologies for the singing again as usual. Return to their 1 1/2 wandering Jews, free to wander wherever they choose. You repeat this riff. Are traveling together, staggered to Cristo, the beloved Christ mountains of New Mexico. And on the New Mexico, we come down to the B. You remember that was part of the intro as well. We were just playing these two. There's the second 4th string there, but we're going to come to the whole B chord. And you can travis pick, you can strum, whatever you like. And then on the last leg of a journey, we're playing B, C sharp minor, last leg up to the A chord, and that happens quite quickly. So it's like a beat on each. On the last leg of a journey, we start here. They started a long time ago. On long time ago, we go to the C sharp minor. The arc of a love affair. On love affair, we come down to the B again. So we're basically going from the B, C sharp, A, stick down on the A, and then go back down again, C sharp, B. And then we go all the way down to the A. And yeah, I'm just travis picking through these chords. If you don't have to travis pick, I've got a video on that you can check out. Yep, it's a useful pattern I recommend. It's kind of used in a lot of songs. So, and if you already know how to travis pick, you might hear I'm kind of playing this high E string quite a lot. That's, I don't know, I hear that in the record, it gives it a kind of nice flow to it, but you can play it however you want. You can change the rhythms up if you like, give it a little strum, whatever. Yeah, so Blues Coast. So we're on the New Mexico. On the last leg of a journey, they started a long time ago. The arc of a love affair. His hands running down hair. I'm sorry, I can't remember the lyrics. So on the A, and then up to the back to this E kind of pattern that we've done before. Mountain passes, slipping into stones. So we just play this. And onto the A, like hearts and bones. Hearts and bones. So whenever we're either singing mountain passes, slipping into stones, hearts and bones, we're just doing this like thing that we learned in the intro. Hearts and bones. Hearts and bones. Hearts and bones. And then we go into the verse. Similarly, love like lightning, shaking till it moans. Hearts and bones. Same thing, and you take two bodies and you twirl them into one. Their hearts and their bones. On the A again. So whenever that comes up, that's kind of the stock pattern you put in. And yeah, all of the verses are the same. So you just on the E for like most of it, and then towards at the end you play the B, C sharp, minor, G, and back down again, and then B and then A. The only slight the only bit that doesn't follow that pattern is the she said, why don't we drive through the night, we'll wake up down in Mexico. And for that we're just oscillating back and forth between an E major and an A major. You can do that up here I suppose if you wanted, but in the record you don't really hear any chords in the background, it's mainly just the vocal. So I would try and keep the guitar part stripped down, and probably just play down here maybe quite quietly. Like why don't we drive through the night, we'll wake up down in Mexico. Oh, I don't know nothing about Mexico. Tell me why. The singing is awful, I apologize. Why don't you love me for who I am, where I am? Because that's not the way the world is, baby. This is how I love you, baby. We're just going back, you get the idea, right? The easiest part of the song. And yeah, I believe that is everything. I recommend playing along with the song. It's a lot of fun to play, and B, you really hear those chord changes a little bit better than can be demonstrated with just me singing out of tune on top of a guitar. So yeah, definitely listen to the track in conjunction with this video when you're trying to learn it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I know I've been taking a while getting to your suggestions. I will be doing those. Some of them I don't know yet, so I need to learn them, and I've got exams coming up for uni. So I'm mainly just sticking to songs I already know at the minute, just to keep the content coming out. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions, any more suggestions, which at some point I'll get to, and have a great day.